Leteni maziwa. In fact, unaona vile anapanua mdomo. My name is Jemimah. I come from Western. I'm a single mother of many, but I can touch on 2 whom I gave birth at 52 recently. In fact, twins. So I'm a blessed mother. When God blesses you, He blesses you double, especially if you've been patient in your life. I had just given up because, of course, with the women, they talk about you get at 40, that you go, that's menopause, you can do nothing, nothing can come out of you. So I had gotten worried that nothing can come out of me, and I had given up. Because reaching at 52, nothing. I could think nothing beyond. Sometimes I could feel frustrated when I'm staying with the friends and they talk, especially chamas, when they talk about their children, their husband, and I don't have even one. So I could get frustrated. So such groups I could not join at all. Of course, I was born in a family that was poor. So I really focused on learning, getting education. At least I get where other people have gotten to. Then getting myself married when time comes. But after getting a job so that I could help my parents who are poor. So I think, I don't know if I wasted a lot of time because I had to do all that. I just promised myself I have to do all that so that I get married. Now, when I get married, when my siblings are settled, I'll be okay. That's what was in my mind. And I was thinking, looking forward, that when my time comes, just a wedding straight away, I get to my house, do what? But I was really patient with myself. Of course, being brought up in a poor family, missing so many things, even the education itself, getting it was hard. So I could really hold on. Whatever could come up, maybe my daddy was not able to educate all of us at once. So whatever he could get for us, I could really feel this education, I should do something. I did my Form 4 and went to NYS, whereby the journey was also tough, but I had nowhere to run to. After that, in fact, NYS was good. Just finishing and you've gone through, you are to be posted. So I was posted at Ministry of Finance. So Ministry of Finance, in fact, the salary was really low. That was 1,300. So that was my starting salary at Ministry of Finance. There was no way I could just, because I could think of now, the little money I've gotten, I have to take some home for my mother. And then just after 2 years, they died. So I had to take over the ones who were behind me, and we started staying together. So it was not only them, some relatives could also come in. But we could just square out whatever we have, and then we eat, we survive. In Nairobi, we were staying at Mudurwa there, where at least things were cheap. I look at the money and say, hey, ni kidogo, hii italipa fees ya nani, hii ilipe ya nani, na mimi nijilipie yangu. I could think of such things only. So until my siblings are now, they got out. At least when they had gotten now education, because I took them from home after Form 4s, then we started staying together. So I took them to colleges. With that little money, I could, of course, the first thing I could do when I get a college, I go to the principal and talk to him, tell him I'm an orphan, so you have just to help me, never chase this one away. So I'm sure I'll pay. Then they could understand. So that's how they could get their trainings. So at that time, I could not think of anything to distract me, because I could think of, even if I get married, that husband we might not rhyme, because he will say that I have not married the whole family. because your problems are just so many. So I could avoid that and say, now let me do ABCD first. I'll think of getting married later. So nothing like getting married or getting a child was in my mind at that time. Of course, my friends whom we are learning with, you could say, oh, she got married, sijui where? She's back. She got married where? She's back. And then she's back when she has some scars. She may be beaten, maybe what. And then I could say, now, what's good there? So I could have a negative mind about that, about marriage or about a child. I never dated. That could really, I do what? When I could think of that, I could see a child, a woman being dumped. I could just see this man going to destroy my life from what I had seen. Of course, experiencing from my sisters and experiencing from friends, I could count myself that I'm not an angel. I'm not an angel. Maybe at this one will just bypass me. I'm going to face the same, which I don't want. At age 30, I was working, but so many problems. Because my siblings, I could think of them, my parents were poor. So I could just think of getting something to satisfy them. I think at 40, I could think of something that not positive, kabisa. You see, you think of that and then you regret again saying, no. I had aunties wale wanaangalia wanasema, huyu, this one, age inapita. They could try to get me some men. And of course, they could not come direct. But maybe through visiting, you visit and then you get, she's busy doing other things and she's leaving you with the men there. Then you could wonder what, nataka nini. Then when you sense the way they are talking, then you could just walk. I could just walk out. Namwambia mimi naenda. Si ukae kidogo. Of course, now unaona these people, they also want to come out because they had come to see you and you are also leaving. So I could leave the place very annoyed and never go back again. They could say that maybe anangojea mwenye atashuka na ndege. That lady is just tough. That lady is just tough. They could just talk and whisper until even they feared me because they had tried, but I was not giving in. Oh, of course, after looking at what I had done, now educating my siblings, they've now gotten even jobs. Now I felt now I could get married. But people who could come before me were married people. Now that one could get me fear. But you see, the people who could chase me around, want what and what, they had already gotten married. So I started saying now, if I can just get a child and stay, I'll stay. Because, of course, I had negative thoughts about men. I had negative thoughts, na ikaendelea hivyo. Now I was just looking for, if I get a child, I just go away. I sneak that. I even close the relationship and just stay because how will I stay? Because after my siblings have gone away, they have settled. Okay, other children that I'm calling my children and they are not, of course they will go away. How will I remain all alone? This is when I can see that. But that time, I could not think of social life, going to relax where, just go and feel good where. I never had such a time. But now is when I'm thinking of it. Kumbe, I could do this, I could do this. And especially from now learning that I cannot get a child, cannot get a husband, maybe single person or what. Yeah, in that situation, 40s, I now realized, there's nobody for me, actually, single person for me. Now I started thinking of getting a child and just sneaking away with that child and that person, not letting him even know I have a child. Because What I was after was just a child. Now, okay, my mind was getting married, no. I just get a child, I'll stay with that child. That's what was in my mind. But I could try, nothing was coming up. I could visit the doctor, but the doctor could tell me, nothing, there is nothing wrong with you. You are just okay. Then I could get worried now. At 40, okay, 41, 42, 43. Now what is it? Nikafika mahali nikasema no, let it go. So I had several friends. There are others are workmates, nini. I had some friends whom I tried. I tried getting a child, but it really took me time. Then that's why when it came into my mind, now let me check what is happening with me. Am I sick somewhere? But when I could visit the doctor, he would say, tell me no. There's still time for you. There's still time for you. So I continued trying, but nothing could come up. Yeah, I gave up. I gave up. I gave up after trying, after sometimes. Maybe around 46, 47, I gave up. Of course, socializing with the people and trying to talk your problem, that's when I tried to talk to people. Nini, they sent me to doctors. I was directed to one doctor at Nairobi West, whom I went, I talked to. Then he tried the tests also. They went through, nothing was wrong with me. Then he told me there is another way. Then he directed me to Dr. Kireke. Whoever led me to Dr. Kireke was Dr. Ochieng, who had diagnosed me for a long time. He could try, and if it fails, of course I go check up, nothing. But when I called him one time, he told me, no, come up, there is a way. And then guided me to Dr. Kireke. And in fact, what I got surprised me, because I expected maybe I'll just be the only one sitting at the bench. But when I visited the place, I found it was full. Full. Then I just sat there trying to, because you get to the place, you sign, and then you get the number and you start waiting. Now I could wait and watch what was happening, just trying to look at the people. In fact, leaving that place, I left when I was already encouraged, because there were very old people there. There were also young people there. There were couples there, and the others single like myself. So I could wonder, okay, hata ule naye. Na ule naye akona miaka ngapi? Of course I could focus on years. Ule naye akona ngapi hata akikuja hapa? And then the people who are two, I could also look at them and say, now, these people are two. How? Hey, hata wao pia hawana. When I got to daktari, I talked everything. He told me everything is possible. Let's take off. He gave me an appointment. So from there, I started going for an appointment. But I left that place not the way I went, because it was so encouraging. When I reached there and we found all this, if they are also facing the same, then I'm... And then the other people are very old. Of course, I thought I could be the old one. In fact, I was fearing now. I expected to get young girls, but I got a mixture. Old people, young girls, and we started even making friends, because when somebody sees you anaona pia tu, let me share. Hata wewe ulikuwa umekuja nini? Yeah. So it was encouraging. So I started the appointments. I could just visit. After 2 weeks, I visit. After 2 weeks, I visit. And then, after some time, After some time, there was good news. Good news. I could not believe. I was anxiously waiting for the results because I had done the test and waited. So the doctor himself, he broke the news when I was in the office. I was shocked. He told me, congratulations. Oh, Daktari, I've not heard. Congratulations. You have... I tell you, whatever happened, I just disconnected the phone because we are working so many people. We in a registry. We are in a registry. What have I heard? Because you can't shout here, watu watashanga. Jemimah, kuna nini? Kuna nini? So I disconnected the phone and rushed to the lobby where the lifts are. Then I called, Daktari, you've talked to me. Yes, good news. Congratulations. It's positive. Wow. Ati positive. My God. Good. Ai, Mungu wangu. Nikakata simu tena. Then I remember when going to the washroom. I went to the washroom. I could not fear what even the ground. I just knelt in the latrines, just washrooms there. I could not even bother about the whatever uchafu. Said, God, what? I prayed. After praying, I left that place. And machozi tu ile ya joy. Is it? Is it? Then I went back to the office. I could not work. Nimeweka tu hizo files hapo. Nafunua tu. Mtu akinistua ndio nastuka. I could not. Yani, it was a long journey that I felt, I have achieved something long last. God loves me. So it was a joyful day. It was a joyful day. Now, even carrying the kids, I could not feel like I'm tired. I just wake up with the joy. Naoga naenda kazini, yani nina nguvu zile. I kept for myself first. Is it me? Is it me? I went back to the doctor. Uliniambia nini? Of course I told you it is positive. Congratulations. But I said, Mungu, you reward. Because I've been doing all this, staying with the kids, yenye si wangu. But now, hawa najua. And of course he told me, double blessings. Double blessings. Vile hata kama ni 3, 4 wacha nibebe. Daktari, ubarikiwe to where you are. Of course, he is a very encouraging daktari. Anytime I could go, yani he made everything simple. And he could encourage me. So much. This one, hii itakuwa hivi. Hata hakuna wakati mwenye nimeenda hapo akanipatia either a worrying message or what. Hata hii pressure najua ilianza kitambo, lakini hakuwa ananiambia. Of course, alikuwa anafikiri anafunika tu, yani asiniambie kitu yenye kuni either. So he was really caring. He's a good-hearted person, man, and a patient. Anakuwa patient kabisa. I had to talk to my supervisor and told her that I'm ABCD. So when you see me come late, hata yeye akawa shocked. What? 50s. So there's nothing which is impossible. Okay, according to the doctor's directives, he told me now to stop doing some things, which I told my supervisor and she understood. So, but nilikuwa na nguvu tu. But last moments ndio nikaanza kushindwa. Lakini, now, daktari continued giving me sick off until In fact, sijui nilianza kwenda kazini lini. He kept on, he really wanted me to stay safe where I'm not disturbed. Nikimaliza tu off hivi, ananiambia enda kazini 2 days, ananipa off ingine. So I started swelling up, lakini I think they just feared telling me it was pressure. So, but what they were telling me, just hold on, not make movements, stay at home. So mwili ilianza kufura tu yote, of course miguu nini, all over. But I continued as any counting days. With this, a lot of scans, and they made sure that the kids were safe, because very many times ninapima damu, scanning, and then I could be shown ndio tule, and then I could feel good. Kweli, naambiwa hata mikono imeform, I could feel good. Until it got to that 3 weeks, then daktari said, this one, hatutaendelea kukaa, tutatoa, sio ati ni, of course everything has formed. So at 34 weeks, they removed. Of course there was a day nilienda kama pressure iko juu kabisa sasa. Then he told me at his hospital at his office at 5th Avenue. Then he wrote me a letter. He told me, you can't go far. Just go to Nairobi Hospital. It's just behind here. So I went there. When they looked at me, very haraka na wheelchair. Nikastuka, what is it? But of course I could move and feel, leo, ani natembea tu, nikakaa kama niko na malaria. So the way they just saw me at Nairobi Hospital, they took me very fast. Wakanipeleka kwa COVID-19 haraka. From there wakanipitia emergency door. Nikasema, hapa. Na mimi, na niko tu na watoto wenyewe wamenyamaza tu uko ndani hata. Bas, so kuenda pale, I was taken to observation room. Then, tukakaa, wakiendelea kupima tu. Wanapima wanasema bado iko tu juu. So tukalala tu wanapima. Kufikia asubuhi, daktari akakuja akasema hapana, hii sasa tutatoa. Akaniambia nisipewe any liquid, tutatoa hii hao watoto jioni. Nikasema afadhali wacha tu nione hao watoto. Then they started hiyo operation, wakaanza operation hivyo. Waling'ang'ana, lakini nasikia tu. But siwaoni, na sisikii kama ni mimi, lakini nasikia kitu inafanyika, but I'm not feeling uchungu. Sasa kutoa mtoto wa kwanza, very good. Nikasikia kasauti, wakaleta huku, ndio huyu. I had no words. Haya, mwingine amebaki. Wakaendelea, wanatafuta, amekataa kutoka. But I was patient too. And the other one ananiambia tu, vumilia tu. Sasa hiyo nataka maji, nipe maji. Can't give you water now. Unamaliziwa tu. So, after sometimes, kakapili pia. Kidogo namna hii, naona daktari mmoja amekuja nazo zote mbili. Sema sasa wewe, kwaheri tutaonana asubuhi. Si watoto wako ndio hawa. I was just smiling. I had no words. Yeah, so that is it. I was happy, of course. Hata nilisema hata nikatwe, wacha wakate tu. At least I have to see something. So from there, I have been happy. Of course, I had no name. Hawa sasa nimekuwa Mama Angela and Gloria. I just feel great. God remembers. So one, I have people have talked to people, by the way. I have talked to people because they could also wonder, even kazini. Ati Jemimah ako wapi? Maternity leave. Which maternity? She has been away. And you see, I was I was weakling before, nilikuwa nagonjeka mgongo. Some people could think ati ni mgongo. Wanaambiwa hapana, maternity. Maternity? Na wakiangalia kwa system wanaona miaka yangu, wanashangaa. I was really fearing my life. In fact, one time mwalimu aliuliza kwa class, things that we are happy of and things that we fear about life. What do you fear in life? Nikamwambia, I fear that I might end up even hata nitapatikana kwa nyumba nimekufa peke yangu because sina mtoto. I don't have a husband. I don't have a child. So niko tu peke yangu. So ninashanganga that one time nobody will come for my help. Maybe I might just be gotten in the house dead all alone. My home is like children's home, but they go away. They leave me all alone. So I was now struggling now. Yani hata siwezi nikapata tu mtoto. At my old age, they will come to my help. Wanisaidie. I could think of all that. So I told him, mwalimu, that's what I'm fearing in life. Ati nitapatikana kwa nyumba nimekufia hapo peke yangu. Lakini ningepata watoto, at least. Hata mtoto ataniambia jirani mama leo hasikii vizuri. So that's why I feel proud of these kids. Nasema tu Mungu ni mwema. At the end, and God remembers. I've learned a lot, of course. Now, to start with the whatever, okay. Somehow, I don't know if it's God. Because this, unasikia, sometimes you are urged in your heart that you should do some things. That's what I heard, and it has distracted me somehow because, of course, just feeling that my brother should also get this. My sister should also get this. That relative of mine, no, should not just cry. I should help. So I have continued helping until I just don't know. I've remained all alone now. The people can't respond. Of course, I was not helping, they helped me. But they really wasted my time because that's what I could put ahead. Of course, when people, men to say me, when they could approach me, I could tell them that I have a problem. Niko ABCD. Are you going to come in and help? Of course, lazima tutawasaidia kwanza. Kuna fulani anasoma, tutamsaidia kwanza. Are you helping me? So that's what I'm doing first. That's why I'll not get married to you. I know you'll not carry that burden. So I could just be open like that. So I never knew that people will come to. In fact, what I have done, they are on their own now, doing their own things. They are not helping me at all. At all. But you can't suffer when I'm looking at you like this. I better put myself away nikusaidie kwanza. Sitakula nikose kujua na my brother amekula nini. My sister amekula nini. So that one is in me and it is still there. But this is the time ya watoto ndio nimejua. Now it is good to share problem. It is good to socialize, talk. And it's good also to spare even for yourself. When you are helping, ujisaidie pia we mwenyewe. Maybe through socializing, the way I was saying that you get yourself, unajipata huko Mombasa, unaswim huko. Maybe I could get somebody who was better. And then maybe he could come in for my help. Other than the people I was seeing around and concluding. You're seeing them and just knowing that hawezi kunisaidia. Maybe if I could go to places. Maybe something could come up for me. But I was just in my small kakuni. Niko tu hapo. Problem naona tu za kwetu. Tosha gari. And then I just start struggling to help. I'm happy and just looking forward for great things. Hawa hawezi kunishinda kusomesha. Na wasome. So I'm just happy. my mind ziko tu kwa hawa watoto. Hata kazini nasema sijui nitaenda kazini nitafanya kweli. Wakicheza nawaambia nipe vyangu. Niende tu kuangalia hawa watoto. I'm just happy with them kabisa. Because that is what I was really aiming at. And God has remembered me. I've been walking around, aliolewa. Na ana mtoto. Hata huyu. That one I could hear. Hata huyu. So, at least they have given me a name. Mama so and so, tosha gari. Sio bibi ya nani. Mama so and so. Surely they are doubting Thomases. Who might say, amenunua watoto. But the journey I have walked tangu mwezi wa 9. It's good siku hizi tunakuanga na picha, unapiga picha. Lakini tu mtu mwingine atasema, tunasikianga watoto wananunuliwa. Pengine ameenda amenunua. I'm not worried of any uttering words, anything somebody will say. My joy is there. Whatever somebody will say, whatever mtu ataniweka grupu gani, aseme hiyo, wacha aseme. Lakini mimi ninajua, nimeenda through the process ya pregnancy, alafu nimefika, nimezaa, although it was operation. Anasema operation si chungu sana, kama kuzaa. But hiyo operation nayo si ni chungu, kidonda takes long. So, whatever somebody will say because of the years, they are also doubting, hiyo miaka yote, na amepata watoto, how comes? Watu wa Nairobi hawa wananunua watoto. So, they might talk anything, but my joy imefika kwa watoto. Takaa na wao kwa nyumba yangu, hawatasikia mtu amekuja kuuliza ati, mtoto aliibiwa mahali fulani, na ndio huyo. Hakuna siku atapata hivyo. So I'm not worried about their talk. They will talk, but I'm not worried.